Quatsch, du kriegst ja auf die Fresse, Mann. Das ist Schachspiel. Taktik, ha? Raus den weg.
Champ, the film from Germany, sports film. Lots to say about this film. It doesn't give us the sports ending, right, where he wins the big fight. We think it does. He wins the big fight, and then he's going to be the Jackie Robinson of gay people. But basically, it doesn't end that way. It ends in a more, unfortunately, in the times that we're in right now, even in the Western world, it ends in a very kind of unfortunate, realistic way.
So this has a lot of themes, lots of undertone. There's so many topics to talk about. I'll try to recap as much as possible. So where is it located, by the way? Somewhere in the east, right?
It's in Germany. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we get a sense of their culture where they're very homophobic, very racist. I like to just interject that you can be a functional racist because the coach was like, chink, and then he's like, hey guys. So that's really cool to point out that, we do have that in society, and that's something that was really very subtle. Anyways, let's see. There are so many points. I felt like a small, mini montage of Rocky in there with him running and it was good. And the end, I wasn't sure if the guy with a hearing need had an issue because he was fighting somebody who was a homosexual, and there's a lot of tension in that, or he was, I don't know. Was he jealous or something? Was he taking a vendetta against him? Because in the end, when he pulled off the scarf, we saw the hearing aid, so we know it was him. Because even the coach was like, what's your problem? Why are you doing all these illegal moves? So I don't know if it's like their intense outlook towards homosexuality where they want to beat us out of society. There's a lot of themes to talk about, but that was really intense.
I really liked it. I liked how it showed you like how somebody in that position would feel, because people nowadays do get kicked out of their house for being gay or bisexual or anything like that. So I did like how it showed you how it affected him. And I liked how in the end they still liked each other. Overall, I really liked it.
Ich hab Standkampf gesagt.
It's really unique how some people can care about their kind of reputation, but still help each other out, or how rude and evil people can be if it comes to reputation.
So for someone, I played a lot of sports growing up, university, football. I heard you hear a lot of really homophobic things in the locker room, and it's sort of like, in a lot of ways, the sports locker room is like they're in 1950 in a lot of ways, and there's this machoism, and I think there was a really realistic kind of interpretation of the way they kind of showed this world, where there's this macho, but then there's all this underlying homoerotic things going on, like the guys taking off their clothes to weigh in, all these kind of sexual euphemisms that are going on in the sports world. There's all this kind of if you kind of really think about it, there's a lot of gay things that are happening, but it's all under the table. And it's just sort of this guy. I thought this film gave a really, really honest kind of portrayal of the sports world today, where it's still behind the times, where of course, listen, I played a lot of football. There's a lot of homosexuals in who play football, but of course they're not going to come out right now in 2019. So we're still far behind the times in terms of this kind of world. I thought this was a kind of a very honest portrayal of that kind of perspective.
I don't think I've ever seen an MMA movie before, so that was new and novel to see. Somebody mentioned Rocky. Yes, that montage was right from Rocky, but if you're going to steal from the best. The performances were very good. I thought the action sequences were really well done. All the stunt fighting was really well done in this movie.
In the short film, you have to show honesty, and I think that this is unfortunate. Like I said, this is the more honest ending of the film, right? This is what's going to occur.
I do agree with you in that, and I think in terms of style, I like the German style better than the American usually. But I guess it's interesting because you mentioned locker room talk, and that just reminds me of what's happening currently with the President of the United States, who defended his words with locker room talk, you know, and so I think it's very interesting to have this film now in this current age, right? I think that he could learn something from it, certainly. It was a wonderful film, like really well done, excellent film.